Okay, so there is more to using git stash, and I'm going to show it to you throughout the rest of this section, but I'm going to be honest up front. At least in my experience, 90-something% of the time I use anything with the stash or with stashing, it's just git stash and git stash pop. So those are the two things I use the most: put something in the stash and pop it when I need it. However, we can also use something called apply, git stash apply, which will take whatever's in the stash and apply it in the same way that pop does, except with apply, the stash stays in the stash. Or in other words, the changes are still in the stash and we can apply them in multiple places. Versus with pop, our changes are removed from the stash after they're applied. So I'll demonstrate this. This could be useful if you wanted to have some stash changes that you need to apply in multiple places across different branches. I'm just going to come up with a pretty contrived example. I guess all of the examples so far have been. So we're on this goodbye branch. If I type git status, we have these changes, the goodbye changes, right? We can see that here, goodbye world. But I haven't added or committed them, so I could just stash them again, git stash. All right, now we type git status and everything's clean, working tree clean. And if I refresh the page, we see it says hello world now, right? It doesn't say goodbye. It doesn't say goodbye here. And we don't have that magenta background. Okay, so I have those changes stashed away and I can go to a different branch. Should we go to master, git switch master? Let's see, what are we working with here? Sure, so I'm on master now. And if I wanted to apply the changes that are in the stash, which makes the background magenta of the body, and it also changes this to say goodbye world, and the title to say goodbye, I can do git stash pop. That would be one option. But if I also want to apply this somewhere else, I can do git stash apply. And we get a conflict. As you can see here, it says auto merging index HTML merge conflict in index. So now it's complaining to me, just like any other merge we've done. The difference is that here we applied something from the stash and that generated the conflict versus merging a specific branch. But it works the exact same way. I need to decide, well, which one of these do I want? Do I want hello or goodbye? So I'll keep the changes that are coming from the stash. So accept that incoming change, accept this incoming change. I'm going to save. In the CSS file, we have that magenta color. And now I refresh and we see goodbye world. Okay, great. And I could add and commit that if I wanted to. I could add both of those files, git commit. Let's just say, merge stashed changes, or let's say apply. So we have to make a commit because there was a conflict. But if I go back to the other branch, what was it called? I can't remember now. Let's do git branch. Yes, goodbye. If I go back to goodbye, so git switch goodbye, our CSS file is empty, and we're back to hello, right? We didn't make a commit with that stuff. But I still have those changes stashed away because I didn't use pop. Git stash pop pops those changes off of the stash. They're gone, and they're applied. But if I use git stash apply, it's still there. So I can apply it again. Git stash apply. And there we are. We now have those changes back in here. App CSS has magenta, and now we have goodbye and goodbye world. And I'll refresh the web page, and there it is. So I know it's not the most exciting thing ever, but that is using apply instead of pop. This can come in handy if you need to apply changes across multiple branches. Compare that to pop, git stash pop, which removes the changes from the stash. Apply keeps them in there, but also applies them.